Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Imane Khelif, who is the intersex woman, someone who is intersex, not into sex, just to clarify who her missus. This is the intersex woman who won the welterweight gold medal at the 2024 Summer Olympics. It has been announced that she will not be allowed to contest the World Championships in her weight division, because if you remember, prior to the IOC allowing her to fight at the Olympics, she failed the IBA, the International Boxing Association's gender eligibility test, and was not allowed to fight in the World Championships previously, and they're sticking by that. They're saying, okay, she went and won the Olympic gold medal, problem, but no, you're not fighting in the World Championships. Now, the IOC the International Olympic Committee overruled the IBA's findings. They said the tests were deeply flawed and so on, and they allowed Imane Khelif to fight. And also, Imane Khelif, by the way, is from Algeria. There's a Taiwanese boxer also who was an intersex woman, Lin Yu Ting, her name was. She won a gold medal as well. And there was an awful lot of, confusion and kerfuffle and, all sorts of debate going on. And Imane Khelif, having won the gold medal in, I think it was November of 2024, said that she would be taking legal action for defamation of character, amongst other things, against certain people who had printed stuff online about her being a man and all this sort of thing. Well, an intersex person, I've made a video about this, I'm not going to go through it again. There's a whole gamut of things that can fall under intersex people. You can be what used to be called a hermaphrodite. No doubt that is probably considered an insult now, because every word that was previously used is now considered an insult. But a hermaphrodite is someone with both, sexual characteristics with both genders. And the question is, is Imane Khelif, are her female characteristics more prominent than the male ones, or are the male ones more prominent than the female ones? We then have, the issue of chromosomes, X and Y. We have the issue of testosterone levels. We have the issue of skeletal frame, of muscle mass being different, of, I'm talking about natural muscle mass, not something that's been manufactured. And then there's the whole issue of, ligaments being stronger, longer, and muscles being longer, all this sort of stuff. There's 101 different things. But intersex, if you're an intersex person, it can mean that it could be a number of different things. So you can have, testes, you can be a female, but you have a vagina and everything. But you don't have a uterus. Maybe you have testes that have not descended. It's just one example. You can have two sets of sexual organs. It can vary. It can vary greatly. And Imane Khelif has said, this was back in November, I'm suing people for, casting aspersions on me. And these are the people I would imagine who called her a transgender person, or a trans person, to use the deliberately generalized term that is now used amongst certain activists and so on. There has been for the last 5 to 10 years a big trans activism movement. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with most of what is said. I don't agree with the muddying of language. I don't agree with this catch-all phrase trans. It used to be transvestite, and a transgender person was someone who had operations to, if they were a man becoming a trans woman, they would have their genitals removed, and they would have essentially a false vagina put in. They would take drugs to, grow breasts. They might have breast implants. And then there were people who just simply put on a dress and said, I'm a transvestite, I'm pretending to be a woman. Now they're all under one umbrella, supposedly. And this is quite a deliberate thing because it muddies the issue. And we also have other aspects of language that have been changed. So no longer are there men and women and trans men. There are supposedly cis women, cis men, trans women and trans men. This really pisses me off. You can fuck that word. Pick it up, shove it up your ass, okay? There is no such word as cis, okay? We don't need a word. There are men and women, and there are trans men and trans women. And then the great mantra for a lot of the trans activists is trans women are women. No, they're not. Trans men are men. No, they're not. Do you know why they're not? Because if they were, we wouldn't be having this debate. They are different. And you know what? If you want to be a trans man or a trans woman, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just don't tell me that you are the same as a biological woman or a biological man. Okay? I'm not having that. And in particular, if you tell me that by not buying into your little fantasy, I'm some sort of bigot or, dare I say it, phobe, you can fuck right off. Okay? You can literally fuck right off. Fuck off, come back, have a cup of tea, and then fuck off again. Okay? And then come back and fuck off again. In fact, you can go as far as the end of the universe by fucking off. Okay? Because I'm not having it. I'm not having this bullshit. Okay? No one's emotionally blackmailing me. No one's using the old, Edward Bernays, Joseph Goebbels, Donald Trump sort of a tactic of, slandering anyone who remotely disagrees with you by calling them, some sort of bigot or dissenter or something. No, there are facts and facts matter. Now, the fact is that Imane Khelif is an intersex person, not a trans woman. Okay, but the issue is, with regards to, as far as the International Boxing Association is concerned, is obviously safety to women, that is to say biological women. And they have deemed, rightly or wrongly, that Imane Khelif is potentially, because of, I assume, when she failed the gender eligibility test, it was a case of, she was too muscular, she had X or Y chromosomes perhaps. I don't know the details of Imane Khelif. I did read up on it and I've forgotten a lot of it. But the point is, the safety of female boxers is the thing that stands above literally everything else. The safety of female boxers. Any kind of ideology, whether you really are a bigot and you hate trans people just for the sake of hating them, or whether you are a trans person who wants to peddle the sort of nonsense I mentioned a moment ago, that's irrelevant. None of that stuff matters at all. The only thing that matters is safety of the female participants in a sport which is already highly dangerous. Okay? So, the one thing that I think is very intriguing, which hasn't happened yet, will be, let's see if Imane Khelif, if she sues the International Boxing Association in the same way that she is suing other people. Now, the other people, I think, who is it? J.K. Rowling's on a hit list, and a few other notable celebrities. I mean, J.K. Rowling don't give a fuck. She's a billionaire. She's like, what, you're going to threaten me with money? I've got plenty of that. Bring it on. But, there are other people, journalists and so on that have printed things. Like Simon Jordan. He says, oh no, Imane Khelif is a man. Imane Khelif is a man. No. She's an intersex. You can say she's a woman or a man, but she's intersex. I-N-T-E-R, sex, right? It's not the same as being a trans person, okay? But whoever it is she's suing, it will be interesting to see if she takes it a stage further and accuses the International Boxing Association of restraint of trade, perhaps, being I don't know, what's the word? Slanderous? Bigoted is the wrong word, the wrong legal word. But if she actually goes after the boxing ruling body, International Amateur Association, because the IOC rolled over, but it seems that the IBA is not rolling over. They're saying, no, you're not taking part in the World Championships. No, I don't care. We don't care whether you've won the Olympics or not. That's got nothing to do with it. You're not taking part because you failed an eligibility test. It'll be interesting to see where this goes legally. And let's not forget that Imane Khelif also was talking about turning professional at the back end of last year, the last quarter of the year. She mentioned this, I think. we shall see. We shall see what happens. Because again, I mean, I think the WBO denied that they would not rank her in the welterweight division. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the money wasn't there professionally. Maybe people just weren't interested. I don't know. But we will see. We'll see. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a little video about that particular subject. It's not going to go away. But yeah, tell me what you think. Give me your opinions. I'm always interested. It is a controversial subject. I like controversial subjects. I don't care if people agree with me or not. But that's not to say I'm not interested in hearing other people's sensible adult opinions, because I am. Okay. So leave them below. Leave them below. Anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like it. Hit the, the subscribe button. Yeah, go on. Do all that good stuff, because you're a good person. Do all that good stuff. And spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Many, many thanks, as always. I always appreciate your time. And bye for now.